Well, that is our conversation of today. Welcome to my channel. I am Dr. Eve. Here we talk about all things living well and building a strong home economy from the soil up. And what does that mean? That looks like saving and budgeting and growing and saving money and, eating well, eating good food, all the things, right? So we're super excited today because we are on a journey to talk about whatever you do, do it well. And we are going to be disinfecting our grow houses because I have several of them. But one of the things that I know about me is I always begin with the ends in mind. And what that means is I have a plan. And along the journey, I am taking some intentional steps about being my future self, for my future self, right? Should I say? I am taking intentional steps for my future self. So I'm super excited. I am going to be disinfecting my grow houses because this is actually where I grow my seedlings, and it's my food. It's our food. Sometimes I grow seedlings for others. So the one thing I want to do is make sure that their seedlings are growing in a safe place. A safe place without spores or mores, all the things, right? One thing we want to always be conscious of is that we don't have disease in our greenhouses. All of those things are critically important. And so what I'm going to be doing, I've taken out this particular house here because I noticed that there were some little spores on the lining. And so I am going to be using some bleach cloths. Why? Because I don't want to spray, the air, but these are Clorox cloths. And so I'm going to be using them to wipe down the interior of the seedling grow houses. I do this as often as you don't want disease in your grow house, okay? Because when you are watering your plants are naturally going to hold water, and in a moist environment sometimes you may get little mold or algae, and you don't want that, right? So remember that it is very, very important, hello there, for us to keep our grow houses clean. So I've taken most of the seedlings out of here. I have just my apothis, which I'm growing in here as well. These are some plants that I started, some new starts from stems, and so I keep these in the greenhouse and let them grow out as well, so that I can have more apothis in my home. So yes, my name is Dr. Eve. Hello there, Shirley. Hello, hello, hello. So we're going to stack. I've taken out most of the things, and now we're going to disinfect the grow house. Okay, I am Dr. Eve, and here on my channel we talk about all things living well. We grow plants, we grow food, in grow houses, in the ground, in the bag, in towers, in pots, in cups, on the soil, on the windowsill, wherever we can grow it. That's where we're going to grow it. So I'm using these tilettes, which are Clorox tilettes, because I want to wipe down the interior of my grow house. I want to start here at the top. I want to make sure that there's no spots, no sign. I want to make sure that there's no sign of growing algae inside my grow house. So I'm going to clean it down real good. I'm not spraying it. I'm not spraying because I don't want it to move, I want to grab it and get it out, right? Even soil, you may find that you have soil inside your grow house. You want to keep that clean too, because your soil can carry disease as well. So you want to make sure that you're wiping it down really good. You want to start with the top as well. You get any spots that you don't know what it is. So you want to keep your grow house nice and clean. So we're going to wipe this down really good in the cracks and crevices. As a matter of fact, you know, this plastic unit actually comes off of the grow house. So if you want to, you can actually take the grow house plastic off and put it outside and clean it, you know, with the hose, you know, away from things. That's also a great way to do it. And also one I might try for this house. So again, the most important thing is to get any visible, anything visible that you know you didn't, when you bought it, was not there. You want to make sure that it's nice and clean. And as you can see, there are things in the atmosphere. And so we're gonna take that one and we're gonna put it in our disinfected bowl, and we're going to start with another clean cloth. Okay. So again, you want to make sure that there's no spores or things growing inside of your greenhouse, inside of your seed house, because you are growing food that you eat, growing food that you plan to feed your family. And you're starting seeds. And if you're starting seeds, then you're starting your seeds off wrong in an environment that could be icky. Now, I have not put this under a microscope, but what I can tell you is that there are things in there, okay? So we must keep our house clean. Keep your house clean, do all things well, making sure that you look it up, check out, you know, how to clean it. My method is to capture it with the Clorox cleaners, the wipes, because I'm not sending spores everywhere. So I recommend that you probably do this as often as you don't want things in your grow house. You also want to let it air out, you know. So in the mornings, and a lot of times when these things grow, it's because the house has been closed. And so these have zippers on them. So they are closed to keep the bugs out, right? So to keep out the little chompers that are trying to eat your seedlings before they can even grow. So you want to protect them, but also remember that things will grow in your grow house if you don't keep it clean. So you want to keep that plastic. You want to keep it clean. So that's what you're seeing me do here today. I thought I'd come really quick and give a demonstration of how to keep your grow house clean. You also want to get the back of your zipper bag. So this, like I said, this grow house, it has a zipper, and I keep it zipped when I want to protect my seedlings. So I'm going to start at the top of this and show you what's here. Just so you know that there are things in here, and I don't want them on my seedlings. I need an environment that's free, not just of pests, but of airborne molds, things like that. You know, you want to keep your house clean, just like you keep your house clean, right? So the way you treat your grow house is equally as important as how you keep your home. So I keep a very immaculate home. And I don't want to ingest anything that is, not supposed to be there. That's not for my good, right? And I'm going to show you what I mean in just a second, because as I've shown you already, these cloths, and why I use them is because they're wet. They're wet, they're moist. So I didn't get a lot out of there, not on that one. Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit. But again, we keep wiping and we keep it nice and clean, okay? Also wanted to share with you guys, people have been asking me about my message that I gave the other day about growing what you eat, right? Growing what's in season. So part of growing your home economy is, which will help reduce your bill at the supermarket, but it will also help you to um, as you grow, to eat the foods that you grow. Now, I was hungry this morning, very hungry this morning, and I didn't want to eat a salad for breakfast. So, I've got greens, I've got kale, I've got tomatoes, I've got fruit, I've got raspberries, I've got a lot of things growing right now. Calyces from my sorrel, hibiscus is growing, spinach is growing, lots of green things are growing, right? Kale, collards, all the things. Even cilantro, chard, so many things are growing in my space, right? So instead of eating a salad, I just made a green juice, y'all, with some blueberries. I got blueberries. I grew tons of blueberries this year. Blueberries, blackberries, all the things. So if you don't want to eat a salad for breakfast, then baby, get you some green juice. Get you some green juice and eat that, because it's really good for you. That means eating what's in season, right? Because when we eat with the season, then we can eat what we grow, right? So go ahead and start collecting some recipes for yourself. And when I tell you this is so good, I put a banana in there, blackberries, banana, strawberry is in here, blueberries, what else? Kale. Grow, eat what you have. Eat what you grow. So this is breakfast. And guess what? It's good for me. Green things are good for you. It keeps your body healthy, keeps your skin good, keeps your hair safe. Mm-mm. So you want to make sure that you're eating what you grow. All right? So that's my hair grow. That's what I'm growing. That's what I'm growing right now, and that's what I'm eating. So again, we've cleaned down most of it. Like I said, I wanted to make sure there's nothing growing in my grow house that's not supposed to be there. And any spores or dirt, because my future self needs to be able to have an environment that if an inspector comes, I want to be able to have passed the inspection. So you want to keep things immaculate, just like you do in your home. All right. So we'll be starting to talk about some of the other methods. I know that there's probably a solution to keep the spores out, but we have to clean our houses. You want to clean your bars. You want to clean everything, your racks. Keep it very, very clean on the interior of your grow house. Make sure that your racks are clean and free of all debris, okay? So I have one more area of this to clean, and this is the bottom side of it. And again, I'm using Clorox cleaning cloths. Now, this is what I got from the last. So as you can see, there is stuff in there. And if an inspector were to come, they're going to do the test. They'll probably do a test very similar to this. So how do you know if you have things in your grow house? This is how. All right. So again, I'm using clean uh, Clorox cloths, and I will let this air out so that we don't have for the day. I will keep it open and roll it up so that we don't have Clorox, floating around in there as well, because the smell. You want to leave with Clorox. You should have a ventilated area. So by ventilation and opening that is breathable, right? Is breathable. So I know I smell one of those. There is a mushroom that grows here, and I can smell it every time. It is the most awful, has the most awful smell ever. I don't know where it is, but it's one of those lobster mushrooms. And boy, they smell some kind of bad. They smell like something dead. So it is definitely here. I smell it. I don't know where it's growing right now, but it is. I'm going to have to find it because it's nearby because I smell it. So I'll have to look it up, but it's definitely around, right? Thank you. Thank you so much. So at any rate, we are going to roll this up. First, we're going to let it air. We let it air out and dry, and then we're going to roll it up. And you want to do the same with the outside of it as well. Remember, keeping things clean is critical. I keep an immaculate home, and baby, wherever I grow my food is going to be immaculate as well. Keep your shelves clean. It is dirt. It's dirt, y'all. But guess what? Just because you're outdoors, I tell I guess my husband, I was saying something to him the other day about, I said, I guess people might think I'm crazy because I keep my outdoors clean like as if it won't get dirty again. It will get dirty again, but bottom line is I grow food and I grow flowers and I have an ecosystem that I want and an environment that I want to be immaculate. I just want an environment as safe as it can be for growing my food. All right, so we'll let that air out and we'll do this other one. But I wanted to share that with you all, give you some in-depth on cleaning out the greenhouse. This is one of my seedling houses. I have a bunch of these, and so I'm about to purchase a few more so that we have our house. Hey Glenn, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I am excited. I'm excited about the fall. I'm excited about what's possible, y'all. I've got stuff growing everywhere. And today I came out, so just a little bit more. I came out and I sprayed down my food because my collards, there's still a lot of aphids. So I use a little dishwashing liquid and water to spray down my collards, my green things, so the aphids don't eat everything because baby, they still out here. They candy. They still out here and they still eating things. But I take time to come out and take care of my plants. You have to look at them. I still have tomatoes, y'all. I still have watermelons. Listen, let me just take y'all on a little tour. Let's start. Let me just start back here. I still have food. So now let's reiterate what we talked about in here. We talked about disinfecting. What I used was Clorox wipes, and I wiped down the insides. I wiped down the bars, the racks, all of the grow space. And this, now that this is has aired out, I'm going to roll it up. It's dry now. I cleaned the backs of this as well because we don't want spores. You don't want spores growing in your house, in your seedling house. Now we can put our seeds back in here, and this has a zipper on it, so I take it down and I'll zip it up when I first start seeds, because or when the seeds first start to sprout, especially right now, because the bugs, the aphids, will devour everything. So you want to make sure that you are keeping your grow space clean. We're going to put these plants back in. We have some broccoli. We have our broccoli. Now we can put back into the house. It's growing very nicely too. We have protected it, so it's been protected. We have some more spinach, so we're gonna put her here. They love it here. And then I have one more. My okay, that's a broccoli. Let's see. We can squeeze her in there. And then we have cilantro. So we're gonna put the cilantro together, and it's doing well. And I'm gonna leave the shard over there. So that's what we're doing today, folks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I've labeled this video, whatever you do, do it well, right? If we're going to grow food, let's make sure that we are keeping our houses clean, keeping our environments clean, because pest pressure and also disease. Disease also happens from the soil, right? If your soil is contaminated. So like you see me, when I picked off the leaves, I put them onto the fabric cloth and I did not toss them into the bed. If I seen a leaf that looked like it had disease on it, take it off, and then I'm going to put it in onto the bed, not the bed, but onto the cloth, not the commercial cloth. And then I'll go back through at the end of the day and I'll pick all of that up and I will toss it into the garbage or into the fire pit, because I burn stuff like that. You don't want your soil to be contaminated by pests. So again, one of the reasons why I put down the commercial cloth too is, one, because I'm 62 and I don't want to be weeding. You do what's important for you, right? Everybody will say, oh, well, don't put that down, that's plastic. I'm not growing in that area. I'm not growing in that space, but I don't want to weed it either. So we're not going to weed. I'm going to put my grow bags on top of it, and that's where we're going to grow. But I'm not going to weed. Weeding is very, very hard. The other reason why I put it down is to have a place where I can keep, so I can watch, I can see what's growing, see what's under my feet, see what's in, or a place to just clean up, come through and clean it up every now and again, right? So, yeah, that's important. We're going to put these other plants. I don't know. I also told you all that I grow, uh, I propagate plants, for my house. These all grew from stems, like literal stems. You see that stem? Literal stems. I cut them off and then I grow more plants. Right? It's a part of the process. It's a part of nursing. It's a part of nursing, right? It's a part of nursing. That's right. That's right, Candy. Listen. Or get you and then make sure you have a kneeling bench too. Like I have this great kneeling bench right here. I have this great kneeling bench where I will link to where I got it from, which is right here. I love this kneeling bench. So you can sit on it, but you can also turn it over and you can kneel on it so that when you're on the ground, you have a kneeling pad. So it does all the things, right? Yep. Nice bench. It is a nice bench for your greenhouse. That's all I have today, people. I hope you have the most amazing day. Whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way on your journey to building a strong home economy. All right. Have a great day, everyone. It's good to see you all. Bye for now.